Good morning, everyone. Good evening. Happy Monday. Sorry. I'm so glad to see you guys. I hope you had a nice weekend or having a nice weekend or whatever. And I guess it's Monday. It is Monday. I didn't think about this for a second. Yeah, it's Tuesday morning here. It's Monday night for you. Okay. So yeah, I hope you had a nice weekend. And yeah, so today I am in a little different place. I am in Hong Kong. I arrived here on Monday, and so this is my second morning. Yeah, first morning was yesterday. Today's my second morning, and so I thought I would just share some of my first impressions about Hong Kong today, since this is the travel day. And yeah, I guess the first thing I think is really interesting is that I've seen this happen with me over and over again. Like when I first arrive in a new place, there's this initial that's kind of like, like I'm tired and I'm kind of like, you know, I don't know. I think I don't feel very impressed by anything at first. Like I'm a little bit judgy and like I don't know, just kind of, yeah, not very, I don't have a sense of wonder when I first arrive. It's no fault of the places. It's just something I've seen in myself that over and over again, I kind of have like, I don't know. I'm kind of like, what's so great about this? But I also see that then after a few moments, a little bit of time, and then I'm like, oh, this is really cool. So that definitely happened here with Hong Kong. I also had um, some travel anxiety for some reason, as I mentioned. This trip, I think just leaving China, I was like really sad and um, it just felt like a moment for me, and I was like very emotional about it. So I think that also like I kind of got here and I was kind of like, it wasn't like I was coming here to Hong Kong to be a tourist and whatever. I was coming here to get something done and didn't really know that much about it. So I've been learning. Few cool things. One is that Hong Kong is not just an island. Like I thought Hong Kong was an island, Hong Kong Island, and there is an island. There is Hong Kong Island is an island. Um, but it's not just that's not the that doesn't that's not all of Hong Kong. So there's actually Kowloon, which is kind of what when we think of Hong Kong, we're actually thinking more of Kowloon, I think. That's where, all the shopping and like it's really dense and there's all the high rises and like that kind of thing. That's in Kowloon, which is land connected. And then Hong Kong Island is island, separate island. And then there's the New Territories. And that's where I'm actually staying is on the New Territories. That's where the airport is. And that's where the Big Buddha is. I don't know if you guys know about the Big Buddha. I took pictures of that. I did that on Sunday. And so that was kind of fun. I mean, like that's one thing where I feel like traveling is so great because you really do um get to know the place. You know what I mean? Like I couldn't have gotten I would not have understood Hong Kong just by looking at the maps. Like even before coming, I tried looking at the maps and tried to understand it and understood that there were these different areas and stuff like that. But you really don't get it until you're in a place as much anyway, at least for me. So so that is the first thing. Um, the second thing is that I would say it feels very like to me it's very surprisingly Western. I shouldn't But I shouldn't be surprised. I mean, it is, it was colonized by the British. It has many international influences and international reputation, and there are people from all over here. It's very, you know, I see people from India, people from Philippines, people from Africa, people from Middle East, lots of Westerners, like, and I hear English speaking a lot, so I always get caught by surprise and I'm walking around and I hear English being spoken just on the subway or whatever. Um, and So and just the general feel of it, just walking around, it feels very Western. Um, and I would say that I'm not too excited about that. Like, I don't really want it to feel Western. I miss China. I really like that about China, that it's Chinese. um, but that's part of the reason I'm there is because I really want to experience that culture. And so, yeah, I don't have that sense of like, relief or something that like, oh, finally people are speaking English. Like I don't have that. I'm like, I don't want to hear it. No, I'm just kidding. I don't, it's not that I don't want to hear it, but I really don't feel uh I don't miss it or anything, and it doesn't have any value to me. Um and of course Hong Kong is known for being expensive. So that is also true. I would say I'm like, it's difficult for me to pay, $5 for a coffee now that I've been in China. Or, I can't really spend less than $10 for a meal. Um, and yeah, so, and I know that doesn't sound like too much, but I just don't like spending a lot of money on food. I don't need a lot of complex food. I'm not trying to eat, you know, anything fancy, and so I just like I don't like spending a lot of money on food. Um, the subway is about I was trying to check how much I was paying because I'm using this the octopus card, which is really cool. It's like this, you know, thing where everything is on it. Octopus card. And it's kind of like this really all-in-one system here in Hong Kong, and you can use it for all the subways and the buses, but you can also use it to buy your food. Like I use it as my entry to the apartment building because it has some sort of identification on it. Um, so I don't really know what I'm spending though because it's kind of like I'm just swiping, but I think the subways were like $1, about $1. Um, but so compared that to China, it's like 30 cents, something like that in China. No, not even. Yeah, about 30 cents. Um, So yeah, so things are more expensive. I am very lucky, very fortunate that I have hosts here. The company has arranged for me to stay with the family, and that's nice for two reasons. One, it's just more human. I love staying with people. It's lovely, and and they've been so kind, and they've been like showing me around, and they just set me up, and they gave me the octopus card, and so I just have that help. But also, I don't have to pay for the hotel, so the hotels I was really having a hard time finding anything less than 70 US dollars. And even those were like, the reviews said things like, it's fine for Hong Kong, but they don't give you a towel. So bring your own towel. Or, they give you like a paper towel, like a disposable towel or something. Um, yeah, so they were just kind of, like they were all said like, "Oh, it's fine for Hong Kong," or "It's really small, but that's expected for Hong Kong." And so, yeah, so I think that is something. Hong Kong is like known for just being expensive and things being really small because everything is so compacted. That said, I'm surprised at how much greenery there is. Like, again, I'm on Lantau Island, which is in the New Territories, and going to see the Big Buddha, you take this cable car up the mountain, and yeah, it's just gorgeous. It was like I was trying to ask if it was like all protected land, like why doesn't have high rises on it. I'm assuming that it is. Um, but I don't know that she understood my question. So um, yeah, so that was kind of cool. I don't know if any of you have been to Hong Kong. Okay, so I did do a couple of the touristy things. So I've had a little bit of free time. The main reason I'm here is to do the visa. I can tell you about that. It's going well. It's going well. Made progress. Not done yet, but made progress. But I did have some time yesterday, and so I went to did some touristy things. So the one thing I did is walked down to the pier. I was on Hong Kong Island, and I walked down to the pier, and I took the ferry across the water to Kowloon, and then I walked around Kowloon. And so in Kowloon, um There's a thing called the Chungking Mansions, which is just a maze of like shops and food and things like that. And so I like walked around there and I was very happy to find they had a lot of Indian food, and I haven't had Indian food in a while. So that was very exciting. And I got some samosas and some chicken tikka skewers. So good. So I might have to go back there today. And then of course on Sunday I did the tram up to the Big Buddha and um Nagong King. There's a monastery up there, the Polin Monastery, and it's active. There were monks there still today. They were doing some things. And yeah, it seemed like a pretty, typical monastery, but I need to read about it because I couldn't find a lot of history about the Big Buddha, and I need to look it up. I should have done that before this morning. Like when it was built and who built it and things like that. Because I felt like it had some interesting influences. Like it definitely was very familiar in like the Tibetan um and Indian Buddhist tradition, but it also seemed to me like it had some Thai influence. Don't know. The robes that the monks were wearing were brown, which I feel also is like more Thai. The Tibetans are going to be like maroon and yellow. Um, Obviously, it's like Taoist. Then they were going to be wearing more like the blue robes. Um, but maybe it was Pure Land Buddhism. That could be. I think they were brown. Um, so so yeah, I think that was kind of my touristy things. I think today, if I have time, I'll do more. I'll do the Peak Tram, which goes up to a beautiful, the top of Victoria Peak on Hong Kong Island. So anyway, so I do have some photos to share with y'all if you want to see. And then, um, yeah, I think, the visa update, I don't know, it's really all that much to say, just that um, I did have one document that wasn't correct, but it got fixed. I have the right document now. And the application, like you have the first step is you have to have all of your online stuff in, and that has to be reviewed and approved. And so that has been done. Um, so I have made it to the next step basically. So now today I'll be able to go back into the office and actually hopefully submit the application, and then I'll have 2 days to wait to see if I get it. So hopefully by Thursday or Friday I'll be done and be able to go back to China. Um, Oh, but really fun thing is that in the visa office, I made a new friend who was absolutely amazing, and that's always fun. She was just sitting next to me, and um, I was actually doing my art. I was doing some stuff on the computer, and she kind of saw what I was doing, and I heard her art conversation. So I was like, "Where are you from?" She's from South Africa, and she works with the parliament, with the government in South Africa to design their education for the country. Not only like for young people, but also for people in government. Like, what kind of training do they need? What kind of education gaps do they have? And so we ended up grabbing a coffee and like talking about, um, yeah, just kind of like what her thoughts are about education and how to make it better, how to create the world that we really want to see. So I I asked if she would like to do a video, and she said sure. So see if maybe I can do like a video with her if we have some time, because we're both kind of like stranded here in Hong Kong unexpectedly. She is more unexpectedly. I knew I was going to be stranded here, but she's unexpectedly stranded for a few days while she waits for her visa to come in. And so yeah, maybe we'll meet up again and I can share her with you. But yeah, that was really fun. I was like, you never know where you're going to make a new friend in the immigration visa office. There you go. Um, and it was just cool because she was like, woman, like, talked about being one of the first women who was working with Parliament, and uh, just how yeah, anyway, just her experience, her story was really cool. So hopefully I can share with you. Um, yeah, so okay, the last thing I just want to say today is I did think about my week and I wanted to kind of like have a little bit more. structure to give people like, an idea what I'm going to be talking about. Um, and also myself. So, yeah. So this is what I'm thinking is that so tomorrow, which is art day, I'm going to try and share some art from Hong Kong. So I'm hoping that today I'll go to a museum or whatever. There's also some really cool street art here, which I love. So I'm hoping maybe I can see some of that. And unfortunately, again, I can't take you out with me yet because I have to have 50 subscribers. I don't have 50 subscribers yet. So I can't take you out with my phone and do a mobile live. So what I'll have to do is just do some photos and video and then share it with you. And then that's tomorrow. And then the business day, what I'm thinking is actually to kind of do an experiment each week of a different business building tool or idea. I thought I would like to take some of Bloom's teachings and do them. So maybe just do the building the knit sweater with a print on demand knit sweater and like do a design and following her instructions. Um, or do a gamma and like build a website for the Chinese artist. That's just something I need to do. I could do that one morning. Yeah, it's just kind of like maybe build an app and do some vibe coding and just experimenting and just to start the moment, start the option, kind of like make it not an unknown, to just kind of introduce these things to people. And also for myself to like make sure I'm trying them, because a lot of these things I go, oh, I want to try them, put it on my list to like try, and then I never circle back to it. So that's what my thought is for the business building day, which is going to be the Wednesday evening. I'm doing that right. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday evening. I have to keep my days right because it's the opposite for you guys, and not opposite, but different from me. So that's I'm thinking for Wednesday nights. And then Thursday nights is health. And I think I'm going to do, again, kind of something more personal on that Thursday night and just talk about, because I had that travel anxiety and just I was thinking about like culture shock, and also like every time I go into a new place, there's always something like there's the light switches and there's the toilet and there's the shower and there's, just the car doors. Like it's so, and it's like it can just make you feel really stupid because you're like I'll be sitting in the car and like, how do I open the door? Like, and everybody's very understanding and they help you and they understand that the cars in China are advanced and technological, and a lot of people might not know like how to open the door. They're different, they're not all the same. But it's just those little things that sometimes you just kind of feel really out of your element to not be able to like figure stuff out on your own. So I thought I would just talk about that. And then Saturday I may be in transit again, hopefully going back to China. But yeah, I don't know, we'll see. Okay, so gosh, this is running a little bit longer than I expected, but I will share some pictures real quick if you all want to see. Hopefully this will work. Window, Hong Kong photos, share. Let's see what we got. Oops, don't do it from here. Oh yeah, that didn't work. You guys can't see it. Stop sharing. I have to do this one by one. Share screen. I know, Bloom, you do this where you share the entire screen and then, yeah, maybe that's what I have to do. Anyway, this is really fun. This was on the way up to the Big Buddha. And so I'm in the cable car. This is a bridge that goes all the way from Hong Kong to China. So like you can see here, I don't know if you can see my cursor, but like you can, oh, I think if I go over here, then you can see my cursor. Yeah. This is obviously this is from Hong Kong, and then here it actually goes underwater and then it comes back up. But like China's over there, and this bridge you can drive all the way to China on that bridge. I just love that. So that was one thing. Let's see. Oh yeah, good. I can just change here. There's Big Buddha. You can see how big he is compared to the people. This is the temple. This is not the temple itself. This is actually kind of an information room off to the side. And I really loved this. Come thus gone, come thus gone. From the poetic side of me, I was very intrigued. And that pulled me in. And it is a phrase that goes along with the philosophy of this temple and of Buddha, in that he doesn't come or go. He is, so it's kind of like, yes, he's come, thus gone. It's kind of like trying to capture this idea that there isn't any coming or going. So it's kind of playing around. It's a little Zen, really, because it's kind of like the koan. It's a bit of a koan. So again, I'm really interested to learn more about this temple. I'm sorry I don't have information. These are just some beautiful um, columns that are on the outside of the temple. And I did some videos, but I didn't put the videos in here because I was afraid they wouldn't work. There's the temple. And of course, they were burning lots of incense and stuff around. Oh, this was funny. I forgot to mention this. That, Hong Kong, because it was colonized by the British, the cars drive on the other side of the road. So, yeah, they put these very obviously this is the thing. And then people look the wrong way because you're used to looking left when you cross the street. So they're like, look right, look left, to help people not get hit by cars. I appreciated that. Let's see. Oh, this was just kind of like, yeah, skyscrapers image. And this was just like going down into the metro, and I just thought, yeah, it was really pretty. Yeah, that's it. That's all my pictures for now. Um, I mean, I have more, but a lot of them were videos, and I just was afraid that that might not play. So, all right, that was my quick intro into Hong Kong. Happy Monday evening, happy Tuesday, start of the week, and yeah, thanks for being here. Tomorrow will be art day, and Wednesday business building, and Thursday health, and Friday free for all. So, yeah, see you. Bye.